PowerPoint is a great tool for your presentations and preparing the visual aids that'll drive your message to your audience. In this screencast, I'll show the view options available to work with the presentation. So the first thing that I want you to do is find the View button here on the PowerPoint ribbon, which is this menu that runs left to right with different options. Let's click on View. Now on the left side, we'll find the buttons in the Presentation View section, which has several different icons for working with our file. Now we're already working in normal view, so let's talk about some of the defining features of normal view. On the left side are thumbnails of each slide in our presentation, and we can click on them to switch between the slides. In the center area, which I call the stage, we have the full view of the slide. We can zoom out or in with this helpful slider here in the lower right. We could also drag and drop a thumbnail of a slide here on the right side to resequence the slides. So this is the view of PowerPoint that you're probably already accustomed to. So let's try out another view, the outline view, which I can enter by clicking on. The outline view helps you see the contents of your slides in a classic outline style. Here on the left side, the content from the slides is shown like an outline for an easy review. I like to think of these different views as a workflow for working through presentations, and outline view is great for reviewing content. It helps me review the major points that I'll be making throughout the presentation. You can actually even double-click on the bullet points and type over it, and then the slide is updated. Next up, let's check out Slide Sorter View. This is one of the most helpful ways to work with your slides. From this view, I can actually just click and drag and drop to reorder the slides, resequencing them the way that I want. This actually changes the order that the slides will show in. We can switch views and the sequence will be saved. Let's try out Notes Page View next. If you've added notes to your slides, you'll see them below the slide graphics. These are the same notes that you'll see if you print the notes pages as well, and they're great visual speaking aids. I like to use this as a preview of what I'll print to use as my speaker aids later. And you can even double click in these boxes below the slides to add additional notes. Last up, we can click on Reading View, which is like the presentation view, but it's contained within the window and doesn't go full screen. As I press the arrow keys on my keyboard to change slides, it will play the animations and transitions that your presentation contains. So this is a great finishing step before you give your presentation. You can just hit the escape key to leave the view. Each of these views does something a little different. Think of using them like a workflow where you progress through different views to make sure your presentation looks great. I'm Andrew Childers for Envato Tuts Plus, and thanks for joining me.